Hey guys, so as you can see, I'm dealing with these little baby plants. I have these tiny sweet peppers, and someone had sent me a message and asked me to. They said it's great that I'm growing them and thanks for planting them, but how come I don't no longer write little reports and videos on how to grow certain items? And I just kind of completely forgot about that for a while. So let me tell you a little bit about these sweet peppers. So the first thing you want to do is you don't want to take those sweet colored peppers that are in a bag that you see at Costco or any of the grocery stores. You don't want to take those seeds and plant those seeds. The reason for that is they usually pick those peppers well before they're mature, just to make sure that they can get to your grocery store before they rot. So in order to do that, they pick them very, very unripe, very, very early. And so those seeds aren't mature, and they're not fully matured by the time they pick those. And then what happens is you plant them and they end up not growing, or the seedlings don't end up becoming seedlings, and the plants don't mature properly. So it's best to buy proper sweet pepper seeds that are fully matured and then plant those. Now you can start these indoors or outdoors after the last frost. They do prefer areas that are warmer, but you know, I'm in the Pacific Northwest, which is a growing section 8B, I guess. And even though this last year the winter lasted a little bit longer, and we didn't have a lot of very good weather early on, but you can plant them after the last frost, and even if you're not getting a lot of sunshine, you can still go ahead and grow them until the second or third set of leaves, and then you can replant them into a bigger container or out in the garden. Of course, they do prefer a sunnier location, the better. The more sun, the better, basically. And you want to get at least 8 hours per day of sunshine, if at all possible. Now, they very much like very well draining soil. And then if you can add a little bit of compost or organic matter into your soil, that helps a lot. Now, I cheat a little bit and I use that Miracle-Gro potting soil. That already is infused with a lot of extra nutrients, and so it doesn't really actually need any more compost or any more organic matter into that. But if you're getting regular dirt or getting standard potting soil, then you definitely want to go ahead and add some compost or organic matter into the soil. And to tell you the truth, I'd rather you also take a little bit of this perlite, if you have some lying around. I know most people won't have perlite, but if you just happen to have some perlite, you mix that into your potting mix, and that makes it so it drains a lot better. And then it helps throughout the growing season to hit it with fertilizer. Now, you can buy the liquid fertilizer, like the Miracle-Gro liquid fertilizer. Anything that's liquid, the liquid kind, works a little bit better than the slow release. But whatever you have will help out tremendously. It just helps the peppers throughout the growing season. You'll notice that you'll get a lot of peppers, and it could use the extra nutrients if you hit it with a little bit of fertilizer partway through the growing season. If you hit it 2 or 3 times, that actually significantly helps. And if you happen to have the option, use the liquid fertilizer, because it absorbs it a lot quicker and a lot better. And usually kind of the rule of thumb is after the first set of flowers are set, and meaning that the tiny, you see let's say you see about a dozen of these tiny little peppers that are about 1 inch to half an inch tall, long, then that's when I usually hit it with liquid fertilizer the first time. Now, typically the rule of thumb is to plant these, replant these when they're about showing the second set of true leaves. So we have the initial leaves that come out when the plant first grows, and they look a little differently than the other leaves. You want to not count those leaves. Once you look at the first set and the second set, this is just the beginning of the third set, right? This one here only has one set, two sets of leaves. This is one, two sets. This is the first plant that's showing the third set of leaves. Now, I usually wait until the second set of leaves are set before I replant. Now, in the past, I used to go ahead and I used to take them out of the dirt, wash it off, and replant them without the soil. But out here in Thailand, just for the added nutrients and plus for it to basically stand up with the wind, we get a fair amount of wind out here. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to plant them directly into the bucket as is. So today, I'm going to head out to the pool and I'm going to go ahead and replant these seedlings. So let me go ahead and look at mask, guys. So just like before, I put the 5-gallon paint strainer bag in here. You know what? I'm not going to rinse this off. So what I'm going to basically do is I'm just going to pour this perlite. I'm going to pour it directly right. Spill everything. I'm going to pour this perlite directly into here. Now, there's a lot of dust in this dry perlite. It's very light, so I'll be able to take this out to the pool deck very easily, but I like to wear a mask because there's so much dust that keeps up in the perlite. Ooh. See, even with this mask on, see all those particles? This is why I rinse this stuff out. See that light a lot? I should have poured it. I was being lazy. I should have really poured it in here. I got a bunch more buckets here. Crap. Drilled a hole in that one. I forgot about that. Now, just like last time, if I was back in Seattle, I would drill the hole only a third of the way up, because you don't want all that standing water just sitting there day after day, getting old. You want fresh water in there. Just want enough reservoir water that it doesn't dry out during the day. But because this is Thailand, and it's on some given days, this thing can soak up so much water. I'm gonna do it right in the middle. There's the hole. Okay, then I got my 5-gallon paint shredder bag. This time, I'm going to try to pour this thing without shaking it as much and as low as possible. Okay, I'm only going to do 2 today. You guys see all that dust that kicked out? This is exactly why I rinse out my perlite. I'm going to rinse it out downstairs in the pool so this thing's not heavy, but take a look at the film. See? Take a look at how much dust kicked up there. This is the reason why I wear the mask. And notice how the mask didn't really work as well when you have that much stuff kicking up. Not only did a lot of dust kick up, but I feel like if you're going to grow plants, you might as well have it where it's not uptaking all that dust particles right from the beginning. So we're going to go ahead and go to the pool area and initially I wasn't going to take you guys along, and I realized, you know what? Probably is a good idea to take you guys along. So I'm going to take you guys along to check out the plants. I've already made the fertilizer water somewhere. I have 2 of them somewhere. I don't know where. Oh, here's the second one. Because my plants, I thought it was going to rain last night, and it didn't. I don't like to fertilize too much because then it just kind of mixes with the water and rainwater. Rainwater's good, of course, but I thought, well, it's going to soak up that rainwater and then it's going to get dissipated, so I'll wait until after it rains, and then it never rains, of course. That's typically my life here in Thailand, because you're always thinking, oh, it's going to rain, and then it doesn't rain, and then you needed to water your plants for a while. But, okay. There's that. See, my hands are full of dust. here. Crazy. This is why I rinse all this stuff out. See if I have everything. Okay guys, I'll run the gimbal. That way this thing isn't shaking all the way down there. I know you guys don't like that. I've had a number of very nice people tell me they enjoy the video, but the shaking has drove them crazy, so I apologize for that. And so they said, hey, can you, I'm not sure exactly how people found me, but they anonymously sent me money to go buy a gimbal. And I appreciate that. I try to return the money to the people because I don't really need it. So I returned the money to the people who sent it to have me buy the gimbal. But I appreciate the thought very much. And I bought this little gimbal thing. As you can see, I'm having trouble balancing it. The camera portion has to be in a certain spot. So then you turn this thing on. Let's see here. And it just automatically goes into motion. How cool is that, right? Okay, let me get some keys and then we'll head off to the pool. Leave my Red Bull there. Let's see here, I need the keys and then the pool. Probably should grab a towel. Yeah, deal with that. Yeah, I better grab a towel. All right. I don't know what it is about our pool. Is hardly ever anybody there in the afternoon, but we got it pretty decently full early in the morning. People are early risers here, and then we just don't have anybody coming the rest part of the day. And I'm only doing the peppers today, guys. Oh, actually, you know what? Let me show you the other plants while we're still up here so you know what I'm dealing with. So I've been expecting it to rain all day, so I'm kind of careful about keeping all the windows closed. This one here hasn't sprouted yet. Well, one has bell peppers. This here is basil leaf. Come on, guys, I hate when this thing doesn't stay up. Sorry guys, I don't know, when you twist the gimbal in a certain direction, then it just stops doing it. Okay, so this one here is red bell peppers. And this here is this looks like basil. So I got more seeds coming. This is probably ready to transplant, but I'll just do that another day. Let's get out to the pool before it gets any later. I don't want to beat the sunset. It is, what time is it? It's 5:30 right now. Sun's gonna set about 6:15, so I got 45 minutes. I'm gonna turn out the lights. Okay. Today I ate at a really good Italian restaurant run by an Italian family that's about 2 miles out of town called Frankie's. And I'll tell you, it was really, really good. I was with a business associate, so I couldn't really bring the film it, but I'll tell you, the pasta rigatoni I bought. So I had rigatoni instead of Caesar salad to start. My business associate had the Caesar salad. It looks amazing. And then I had a pizza. I had the spicy Italian. He had the margarita, and they both were amazing. Close all the windows here just because we're in the rainy season. So we must close all the windows on all the floors just to make sure they don't have an issue. I may not be filming in 4K here, guys. Sorry about that. I have a hard time holding this. Shot very hard. You know what, guys? I might be filming in 4K, but I think I might have put this on 20 frames per second instead of the 60 frames per second. I apologize for that. It must have rained earlier. Look at that. They move the gym up here while they work on the gym, so that's why all this gym furniture is in our way. Where's the lights on? Light switch. Okay, don't tell me the light switch don't work. Oh, there it is. Thank God. Rinse off this perlite. Once the water starts looking clear fully is when I stop. I don't really stop until I see it really clear. It looks pretty clear now, but I can keep on watering for another minute. That's pretty clear. Now I have to dump some of this water out. This thing's so heavy. This thing's heavy, right? Loaded with water. Hello, Sawadee Cup. Well, they're fixing the gym. This is temporary.
That's good for a rugby. That's good for a rugby.
Okay, guys. Let's move over to the other area. These guys are all taking off their shoes. I better do it the same thing. I'm going to keep my sandals on just because tennis shoes is different from sandals, but we'll just follow what everybody else is doing. Okay. It is really cool out here. I mean, it's not cold. It's cool out here. It's nice. First time I felt it's had a nice little breeze and it felt actually good out here. Normally it's been so friggin' hot. It's been uncomfortable.
Some basic things must be done. But I also can read
Okay. So here's my buckets. You want to do, I'm not doing a real transplant, but if you do a real transplant, you actually want to do a transplant on a cloudy day. You don't want to, contrary to what a lot of people think, you don't want to pick a sunny day, throw your plants out there, and have to readjust. See these leaves, see these roots that are just starting to come out to the bottom. It's a good time for me to have planted that before it establishes like that. Now what I'm going to do is, since there's 5 plants here, and I only have 2 buckets. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take the 2 biggest ones, these 2 biggest ones, and I'll put them separate in here. Alright guys. Okay, let's move this up here. So I'll move this plant over. Sorry guys. I want to move this over here. I'm blocking my sunshine. So, oops, sorry guys. It is a good thing I closed the windows before I go to the afternoon nap because it definitely has rained. Now this will get morning sunshine when it's weaker. By the time the sun starts coming around the here, it's going to get a little shade in the really hot afternoon sun, which is good initially when it's starting. So there's our replants. It's not a true replant, but this is the replant into the perlite. I'm going to go ahead and put some liquid fertilizer in here now. There's water in there, so it's going to be a weaker variety, which is perfectly fine. Starting to see it come out, and it's clear, so that's just the regular water pushing forward. There's the fertilizer water pushing the really clear water forward, so this is a good stopping point. let's take a look at the plants that I have over here. So we got the so currently right now we have the basil here, and you'll notice that we have flower petals growing on here, so you want to pinch those things off because we really want just the leaves to grow. We don't want any flowers. Pinch those suckers off. Once the flowers start setting, then they send out, the leaves end up getting bitter. So it's good to keep on going, coming through here and pinching off the flowers. So that's good. We got all the, one more flower here. Take that off, pinch it off. Then I'll top this off with fertilizer. I don't know how much it needs. It just recently rained, which is good, so. No, I didn't come out here the last couple days, so even though it's rained, you can tell that it's not overfilling, so that means it needs some more fertilizer. I gotta come out here tomorrow, basically. So I'll come out here tomorrow and hit it with some more fertilizer water because it's not coming off the bottom end, so it means that it's it had sucked up a lot of water the last 3 days. I think it's been 3 days since I came out here. I would say I'm going to come every other day, but then, you know, life gets busy and I forget. Yeah, it's not, none of this water's coming from the bottom of it, so that means that this thing has soaked up a lot of water. And basically means I need to come back here tomorrow and just top it off. So once I get it back up to the room, I'm going to go ahead and make about 2 or 3 of these, probably 3 of these, to make sure. Okay guys, you guys enjoy looking at the plants here. I'm going to take a quick dip in the pool and I'll see you guys later. Okay guys, I'll let you guys go. I'm going to take a quick dip in the pool and I'll give you guys an update in about a week or so. In about a week, I'm pretty sure the seedlings that I have growing, some of them that haven't sprouted, the ones that are sprouted but not ready to transplant, they'll be ready in about 7 to 10 days. So I'll be back at that point and then go from there. Did you see the corn? You can see that the corn has set and I got corn growing there, which is amazing. This is about the quickest I've ever seen corn grow. It's only been about a month since I planted this corn. Been 1 month since I planted this corn, and look, it's already have corn stalks already growing. So I'll be ready to harvest here not too much longer.
Okay, guys, take care, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye bye now.